I've been talking to investigators about gang activity in more rural parts of the state. People traditionally think of gangs as operating obviously in urban centers in Oklahoma City and Tulsa, but in fact there's a group called the Oklahoma Gang Investigators Association, and their most recent survey found gang activity in all 77 Oklahoma counties. So every tiny county that may have 3,000–4,000 residents, they've seen gang activity there. So it's not just an urban problem, it's also in these smaller towns. And it was thought early on that perhaps this shooting in Duncan recently was gang related, and the investigators here said it's not, but that doesn't mean that a town that size doesn't have some sort of gang activity. So it's been interesting to see kind of what they see in those towns.
Is this a new phenomenon, or have they always been there?
It's evolved. I mean, gang activity has evolved over the years. They first started seeing what we would think of as gangs arriving in Oklahoma City in the 1980s, and this followed obviously from Los Angeles and the West Coast, and then it just sort of spreads out. I mean, people emulate what they see, so as you started getting more and more gang activity in urban centers, it spread to suburban communities, and then smaller towns, you have the same types of crime and thus the same types of gang activity end up catching on.
And how do they have a plan to combat that or reduce it?
The investigators try to work together, just like the gangs sometimes will coordinate. The investigators try to communicate with each other, and what you'll find is in some of the specific investigations, they might work multi-jurisdictionally. They'll work with state groups like the Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics and with Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation, but then specific communities will work together as well. And then on a broad scale, they cooperate. They talk through both this association and then just, there's a limited number of experts in the field, and so they try to get together and share tactics and knowledge as much as they can.